Good morning. I am at another airport this morning, and I woke up early this morning preparing for my flight, thinking about how I really wanted to make this video today. Recently, I had a call with someone who was struggling because she had been on a number of different sales calls, and she's like, well, they said yes, but then I sent them the link to pay and nothing. And so I wanted to talk about this topic specifically because I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with. Well, they said yes, they were a yes on the call, but then they asked to pay later, or they asked to pay next week, or they said that they would pay, but they didn't. What's going on? And so the first and foremost, is when people are a yes, you want to take payment on the phone. And I know that this is uncomfortable for a lot of people because they think, well, if they said yes, then they should just be a yes, right? And it should just be easy. And yes and no. People are funny about money. Money is a very emotional issue for certain people. And there's a lot of things going on in a sales conversation. For instance, you might be speaking to someone that is very much a people pleaser or something. They might be like, okay, yes, and then I'll pay you later. But they're not really a yes, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm just like really hot. And so that might be something that's going on, but they're not being honest with you about it, and they can get away with not being honest with you about it simply because of the fact you're letting them off the hook when you don't take the payment, right? And so that's the first thing. The second thing is when you fail to take a payment, they're not really committed. And I know that this is, they might have had a really deep conversation with you. They might have even cried with you on the phone. But when you don't take the payment, there is no solidifying that commitment for them. There's no solidifying that yes for them. And so the second thing that I would say is you want to take the payment not just for you to solidify the sale, because even if they say yes, it's not a sale until you receive payment. But you want to also solidify their commitment. So it is in service of them to take the payment. Okay, so what's going on? I'm sorry for background noise, airport. What is going on actually when they say yes and they don't pay? Or they say, oh, can I pay you next week when I get paid? And how can you do some ninja sales moves to enroll them? So here's what you do. If they're like, okay, I really want to do it. Can I pay you? Sorry, that is so loud. Can I pay you some time next week? When that happens, the thing that you want to do, and what you want to do is just say, okay, great. Why don't I take your credit card information now and I'll charge you next week? So, and you can I usually say I really hate doing follow-up. I have a crazy week, and that way we don't have to jump on the phone again, and it maximizes our time together now. Why don't we just do that, and I won't charge you until next week? And then if they're not a yes to that, then they're not a yes to the sale. Because here you've handled the quote-unquote objection that they gave you. And so really what you want to do on sales calls is you want to isolate objections even before you get to the offer. But this video is going to be way too short for that because my flight, as you may have heard, is boarding soon. So you want to isolate the objection and say, okay, I can make that workable. I'll take your information now and I will charge it on the date specified. If there are no to that, you get to dig in and say, and be bold and say, hey, listen, so I'm just curious as to why that won't work for you if this is what you wanted to happen, or if this was your main objection. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with me? Do you have any other doubts about what this is or this program? And then you get to dig deeper into the objections and handle each one accordingly. I'm going to jump off now because that is very, very loud. But I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this served you. If it does serve you, please feel free to share this video. I also have a free Facebook group, and you can ask questions in there, and I do lives in there, and it's super fun. And I will talk to you all soon. Have a fantastic, what is it today? Thursday. And goodbye.